I remember, the darkness I remember, empty, cold and blue, and so beautiful, and so wild and free. Did you take the time to even think of me? Could it be that you forced to break the tie? Had nothing left for me except the word goodbye. Was he my dad? Can you tell me that? Was I the problem that sent him away from me? I catch a scent when someone passes through. I know it can't be him. I know it can't be true. There are no tears, I cannot cry for you. You're a stranger and it was so long ago. I've said enough, my life is without you. I waited far too long, emotion overdue. The darkness I remember, the darkness I remember, going home to strangers, and so beautiful, and so wild and free. Did you take the time to even think of me? Could it be that you forced to break the tie? Had nothing left for me except the word goodbye. 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 Okay.
Not goodbye, it's hello and welcome to Second Chance Studio.
Good evening.
So let's quickly do our sound check to make sure that's coming through on YouTube,
The
okay?
usual technicalities that we have
So
to do.
I'm just going to
There's a 30-second
Second Chance Studio.
Good evening.
So let's quick.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
The technicians say we have blast off.
right. So that's all working okay.
Excellent.
Now, before we do anything else, let's quickly say hello to our guest for this evening,
Hi, Tony.
Tony Gillam, making a return visit.
Hi. Hi there.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks. I should explain. I think I went to the dentist yesterday, and so I'm having a bit of trouble speaking.
Okay.
And I don't know if I feel like I look a bit like the wide-mouthed frog or something. Or one of those little woodland creatures, like a little stoat or a weasel or something, you know.
Giving me idea for a song there.
Yeah,
Be a song.
Well, that's what I'm here for, Mike, is to give you inspiration. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, good to see you. We'll come back to you in a little while. We're going to carry on and sing a few more songs ourselves, and then we'll come back to you later.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
See you
later.
in a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
The first track, "Did You Think of Me,"
Yes,
is
that's right.
the title track on our new album. There it is, which is released on Bank Holiday,
Yes,
August
August
the
29th.
29th. And all profits from this go to the Georgina Cancer Unit at Russell's Hall Hospital, Dudley. So if you go to the website www.michaelbraccia.co.uk, and Braccia is spelt Braccia.
Yes.
So okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's that.
So all of the songs we're going to sing
Are-
in our section this evening are tracks from this album. So they're all
From the album.
self-penned.
That's right.
As you regular viewers will know, we usually do one of our own songs, and some of them you will have heard before.
Yeah.
But by way of promoting the album, to raise these funds for the hospital, we're going to do all our own songs tonight.
That's right.
So
Okay.
what's the next one then?
Okay, this one was actually written by me, this one. Some of them are co-written.
Some of them are co-written,
co-written,
and some of them's just you. Yeah.
This one, and it's explained on the album, actually originally wrote, the original version of this was 1979, would you believe? It's a straightforward, old-fashioned pop song, I think, with a bit of a story, and it's called Love Me Crazy. You ready?
Yeah. I could not be happy without you, knowing how much I care. You said that you never leave me, but that was all you could say. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. You took me dancing on Sunday and held me tight in your arms. You danced as though you were happy, but then you gave back my love. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. You left me standing the same night, crying unhappy alone. You called me just after midnight. I wish I'd answered the phone. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby. And I said, love me crazy. All I could do was run to you, baby.
Love Me Crazy. I just wanted to quickly talk about the first song again.
Yeah.
The title track of the album, Did You Think of Me, actually appears on track 1 and track 11. Track 1 is the acoustic version, which
Very much as we just
as
did.
we just did, but Leslie's the lead singer. Track 11, so the first 10 tracks are all recorded live.
Just us and the guitar.
Three of
Or a
them,
keyboard.
first three, were actually recorded live in the Black Country Radio studios. And
With Billy, who was our guest last.
and we've had permission to use those. track 11 is unusual because we recorded this 2 years ago. My co-writer, John Marks, who lives in York, of Leaford Village.
He was a guest
Yeah.
a couple of months ago, yeah.
He wrote a story called Goodbye
Yeah.
a couple of years ago. And I've often said I was blown away by this story. It's about a little girl, sort of 9-10 years of age, who's abandoned by her parents. And she has to be adopted and so on. And 50 years later, so she's a 59-year-old lady, her mother turns up, who's 79, 80, wants to see her grandchildren, and the girl basically says to her, well, in all those years, did you think about me?
Yeah.
Did you think of me? And the only other thing she can say to her mother is goodbye. And so track 11, the produced version, where John plays bass, and we had a producer called Bruford Lowe who played keyboards and drums, and I played the lead, and I did my own backing.
You did your own backing vocals in the end, multiple mics.
So that's track 11. So we're bookending the album with the same
Just
song
something a
with
little bit different,
two different
isn't
versions. If you want to look at my writing partner's website, it's johnmarks.com.
That's Marks with an E in it.
That's right, johnmarks.com. MARKES.com, that's right. And you can find the stories on there, so he's got some nice stuff on there,
Yeah.
as well as Leaford Village that we'll
Yeah.
do together. I wanted just to remind people about that. Is that right?
This next song that we're going to sing is another one that we sang in the interview with Billy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we were at Black Country Radio.
It's another one of mine.
This is one that Mike wrote, and it's a
And-
love song to me.
Okay. Well, it's sort of, a lot of people know our situation. We were both widowed in 2019, and this is sort of, if you like, it's sort of me being saved, isn't it?
A lot of our songs, like Love Me Crazy that we just did, are breaking up songs, and this is the opposite, which makes a nice change.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, ready? It's called You. Came to me. You found me shaking. I could not find a way to stop the aching. I did not know how you changed my life. You came to me. Now you'll be my wife. Now you are mine. We can be certain. We can remain in love without hurting. All of the time that we are one, no one can stop us. Our love will go on. You came to me. Found me shaking. Now I have found a way I have found a way to stop the aching. You. Okay, that's one. The next one is co-written by myself, so this is marked up as Brachia and Clayton.
Yeah.
Proudly announcing that one. So, do you want to introduce this one?
No, I found that you introduced it, I think.
This is well, there's no other way of putting this song. This is something that we've experienced. This is a song for anyone that's lost someone, basically. So the sadness of that, but and how we remember them. It's called Losing You. The final hours hurt me, a dagger to the heart. We shared our love together, we lived our lives as one, a partnership complete, the bonus of our son. Anger and emotion, I knew that you had gone. Losing you forever, I watched you slip away. Pain goes deep into me, it just won't go away. No matter who I'm with, no matter who I love, I will remember you. I will remember you. I will remember you for always. It started in a quiet way, but it took over you. I was weak and helpless, not knowing what to do. The end, it came so slowly, crept up day by day, day to day. But I was never ready to let you go away. Losing you forever, just won't go away. No matter who I'm with, no matter who I love, I will remember you. Will remember you. I will remember you for always. I will remember you. Will remember you. Will remember you for always. Okay.
Sad subject, but not a particularly sad song.
Well, yeah, we enjoy doing it. That's called losing
Right.
it. Okay.
So this is going to be our last one, isn't it?
Yeah. What time do we have?
7 minutes to the hour.
Okay.
So our final song, which is also a track on the album, as we've said, is another one of those breaking up songs.
It is.
It's actually called "Breaking Up Inside," as in you know, being torn up.
This is co-written as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been so cheerful that keeps us all going, isn't
That's
it?
right. That's right. Here we go then.
So we'll do this one, and then we'll get Tony on to
what
to
time
have a
have we
chat.
got? We've got 2 different times here. That clock. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
after this, we'll get Tony on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Alone we were, sitting there together, darling. Alone we were, looking at the world. I saw your eyes looking at me oh so closely. You could not see what you had done to me. Breaking up inside, my lonely heart is aching. I've fallen hard, no one can see. I've found the one, my heart is beating faster. Breaking up inside, that's what you've done to me. Just be my friend, you said to me that first night. Just be my friend, you won't get hurt. But I had seen the briefest glimpse of heaven. I wish I knew that it could never be. Breaking up inside, my lonely heart is aching. I've fallen hard, no one can see. I've found the one, my heart is beating faster. Breaking up inside, that's what you've done to me. It was too late, the start of all my heartache. It was too late, I loved you so. You had to leave, and I could not go with you. I could not face the fact you had to go, breaking up inside. My lonely heart is aching, I've fallen hard. No one can see I found the one. My heart is beating faster, breaking up inside. That's what you've done to me, breaking up inside. My lonely heart is aching, I've fallen hard. No one can see I found the one. My heart is beating faster, breaking up inside. That's what you've done to me, breaking up inside. That's what you've done to me. Breaking up inside. That's us
Okay,
for tonight. Okay.
All 5 of the songs that we've performed tonight are, as we've said, on our debut album, which is raising funds for Russell's Hall Hospital.
Georgina Cancer Unit.
Yes, specifically the Cancer Unit, that's right.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're about ready to bring Tony on, but he's not. Oh, there you are.
Hello, Tony.
Right, let's ask you to unmute.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hello.
I hadn't gone away. I was watching that intently.
Yes. So, Tony, you've been a guest with us before. I think it was in January, wasn't it? And you played guitar on that occasion.
Yeah.
And then in March, we turned the tables and you actually interviewed us, if I recall. So we wanted to get you back on to do a dulcimer special, because we've seen you play the dulcimer a few times before on our other Zoom meetings, and more recently, of course, at Worcester at the theatre.
Yep.
So, do you want to give us a quick tune now, and then we'll chat a bit more?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'll mute ourselves.
We'll mute ourselves in a
while
second.
you.
Okay, right. So I hope you can just about. That's the dulcimer, by the way. I tried to get the height so that you could just about see the instrument as well as me. So, is that okay? Right. So,
we'll mute ourselves now, Tony, and then it's
okay. Right.
playing the song, and there it is.
Right.
Ready?
So this, as I said, I'm having a little bit of difficulty speaking and singing, but that's no excuse for not being able to play the dulcimer. So my first song, I'm going to do a song called Overwintering. He's overwintering in Wales, nowhere near Tredegar, and I don't think I'm too eager to see him again for a while. They say it's raining in New York, but I think that we should go there. But I hope it doesn't snow there, or I might slip down again. She breaks things when she's drunk. She breaks cups and mugs and beakers, young men's hearts, headphones and speakers. But she doesn't mean any harm. I think I love her more and more. I think I love her more than ever. All my friends will be together when the winter's finally done.
That was really nice, really nice.
Yeah.
Tony,
Thank you.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if it's possible
Yeah.
to see slightly more of your hands on the dulcimer. The grey microphone is blocking out your right hand. So
Oh, right. Sorry. Let me try. I'll move that over there.
it's possible to
Let
move.
me see if I can. Trouble is, I'll probably chop the top of my head off.
I
I raise myself up, but
a little big.
a little bit. Hang on.
Just we can.
A bit better.
That's a bit better. That is perfect there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that was blocking your right hand, and it's nice to see what's.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the interrogation starts, doesn't it?
Pardon?
The Michael Parkinson interrogation starts.
Oh, really? Another one? I remember this from last time.
Do you? Folks, he's had no pre-warning of
No,
these
no,
questions.
no.
Okay, 234
No,
divided.
no.
No, we won't. We won't. This is going to be quite a long question. We'll break
Yeah.
it. It'd be nice to know how long you've been playing the dulcimer and how you started. But the only other dulcimer player I know is Kim Lowings of Kim Lowings and the Greenwood, who actually had lessons of Kim 2 years ago. Now, I believe she plays the mountain dulcimer. Now, we and most of the viewers know
Nothing
about dulcimers. So, what is a dulcimer? How long have you been playing? How did you get started? How's that for a loaded question?
Well, how long have you got?
About 3 hours. No, yeah.
Well, I started playing the dulcimer when I was about 21, I think. I was living in France at the time, and I walked past a music shop, and I saw a mountain dulcimer in the window, and I thought, that looks great. I'd love to have one of those. I could already play guitar, so I thought, I'd love to have a go at that. I wonder what it is. And so I went into the music shop. It was quite reasonably priced, and I thought, I've got a bit of a bargain here. And so I took it away and I taught myself to play it. And about 20 years later, I discovered that I'd been playing it wrongly. I went into a music shop with my dulcimer, and they said, "Oh, you do realise you've got the strings the wrong way around."
All right.
Unlike a guitar, where the thickest string is nearest you, it's the other way around on a dulcimer. And I never knew that. And I realised the dulcimer that I'd been playing for the past 20 years must have been a left-handed dulcimer. And although I'm left-handed, I play guitar and dulcimer right-handed. So I was basically playing the instrument upside down and inside out. And so what I had to do was kind of turn all the chord shapes around. So it was like a mirror image of what I had been doing on it. So I kind of re-taught myself to play it the right way, well, as some people would say, I still don't play it the right way. But yeah, so I've been playing it on and off for about, I suppose about 40 years really. And
Can I ask a silly question?
yeah,
I can see that you're plugged in. The dulcimer is plugged in there.
yeah.
Can a dulcimer be played acoustically like?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's an acoustic instrument and normally isn't plugged in. I just this particular dulcimer I chose because it's got a pickup built into it.
Yes.
So I was it's quite a difficult instrument if you're playing in live venues. It's quite difficult to kind of mic it up in a way that doesn't feed back and so on. So, and at the time I was doing quite a lot of open mic nights with the dulcimer, and I thought I really need one with a pickup so I can plug in and really cut through the noise of the crowd. So yeah. And what was the other part of the question, Mike? Was it about what is a dulcimer?
Are there different kinds of dulcimer?
And what is a dulcimer? And
Right.
we've heard of mountain dulcimer. Is that what you're playing?
Yeah, yeah. So there are two different types of dulcimer, and they're completely different instruments.
Yeah.
They're completely unrelated. So this is what they call a mountain dulcimer or an Appalachian dulcimer, and this is basically has 3 or 4 strings, and it's a kind of zither really that you play on your lap, as you can see, and you pluck or strum it. The hammer dulcimer, you actually hit with little hammers. So don't get them confused, because I'd be really cross if you started hitting this with little hammers. So a hammer dulcimer is an instrument which is, if you like, one way of picturing it is it's an opened up piano.
Yeah.
And instead of hitting the strings with the keyboard, with the piano, you press the keys and little hammers hit the strings.
Okay.
But with a hammer dulcimer, it hasn't got a keyboard. So the player is actually hitting the strings directly with hammers. And you might have heard, it's a very kind of ethereal sound, the hammer dulcimer. You might have heard a version of it on spy films, on soundtracks to spy movies, like the Ipcris file, I think is a famous one, where they played the Hungarian version of the hammer dulcimer. It's called a cymbalum, and I believe that's what they used on the Ipcris file theme. So it's quite a kind of eerie, spooky sound, really.
I have seen the hammer dulcimer played a couple of times.
Yeah.
Seems to be the mountain dulcimer.
Yeah, I
does
would
it?
think so. Yes.
Now, a supplementary question, really, Tony. You mentioned that you were a guitarist when you were in France.
Yeah.
Oh, this dulcimer, this thing that you didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a sort of guitarist. If you play guitar and you're knocking chords, a bit of picking, how easy is it for those skills to be transferred to something like a dulcimer? How did you find the transition?
I think it helps if you play another plucked instrument, guitar or banjo or mandolin. I'm sure it helps a little bit in terms of, because you're used to strumming and forming chords, but obviously it's a slightly different technique because the angle is kind of a bit weird. The strings are the wrong way around, so you have to just get used to that idea of they're playing at this angle really. And but in terms of I usually play sort of finger style rather than with a plectrum, and that's quite easily transferred over, I think, from the guitar to the dulcimer.
So if you've got a chord, like one of the chords you learn when you first learn to play guitar is a C, a standard chord with those 3 fingers position. How easy is it to transfer that knowledge, or is that do you have to start from scratch? So you know what a chord is on a guitar.
Yeah, you do have to really start from scratch because the dulcimer is tuned differently. So the scale of the dulcimer, I can probably play this actually so you can hear it. So the dulcimer, you'll see, hasn't got all the notes that a guitar has, because there aren't,
And four strings.
like, the frets are different. So if you go up the scale of a dulcimer, that's got, the modern dulcimers have got this extra fret in to get that bit. Originally, you didn't have that note at all. And this scale on the drone string, you could see there's certain notes missing that you could get on a guitar. So it's designed really to played in a kind of modal way, you know, and that's why I think it often sounds quite medieval in a way, you know. It's got a very kind of ancient sound to it.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us another tune now then?
Yeah,
Tony?
Yeah, sure. How are we doing for time? All right. Okay. Sorry, I missed that bit. Did you say? Oh, you're muting yourself, right? Okay. Right. Okay. I'll do a song called "Take the High Road." This is about a friend I had at university, actually, who really didn't go to many lectures. He kind of preferred to stay at home and watch TV, really, and he got quite hooked on old films, like they had showed a season of Charlie Drake films. Do you remember Charlie Drake? And he was very keen on Charlie Drake films, and he also got very interested in a Scottish soap opera called Take the High Road, which you might remember, yeah? So instead of going to lectures, he just watched Take the High Road all the time, and he did okay, actually. He got his degree, and you know, and he did perfectly well out of it. But maybe it's a lesson, really, that you might as well stay at home and watch Charlie Drake films, really. So so this is Take the High Road. Oh, squeaky. Can you see the dulcimer? Okay, I'll try and yeah. That's okay.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, both of the pieces that you've played so far are ones that you've written yourself, aren't they?
Yeah.
You do other pieces as well, presumably mostly instrumentals. How do you choose which pieces work best for the dulcimer?
Where do you source them?
Yeah, where do you get them from?
Yeah. Well, all over the place, really, Leslie. I think obviously it's basically a folk instrument, so very traditional folk tunes work very well on it. It also lends itself very well to Christmas carols, actually, because of the way it's tuned, you know. So it's very easy to play lots of Christmas carols on it, and you know, and it sounds very nice doing that, I think.
Can I just say, you mean after 1st of December?
Yeah,
though?
Yeah, well, I know I wasn't going to suggest doing a Christmas carol today, although, yeah, it's not far off now, is it, really? Not long to Christmas.
We did a Zoom session last year, was it?
It was something like the 30th of November. It was in November anyway. We did our Christmas show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was early, yeah.
Too early. It was too early.
Yeah, so I also quite like doing unexpected tunes, pop songs like Telstar. Do you remember the Tornadoes Telstar?
Yeah.
I quite like doing things like that on the dulcimer as well, because it completely confuses the audience. And I remember I played it once at an open mic, and people really scratching their heads saying, I know this tune, what is this? What is this? You know? And finally, at the end of it, you know, I told them what it was, and they couldn't believe that I just played Telstar on a dulcimer, because it just seems so incongruous, doesn't it, really? But I quite like that idea of playing kind of pop songs on a folk instrument, really. You know?
And it lends itself to quite medieval and sort of Baroque type stuff as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
We saw that we played the Worcester Fringe, and we stayed.
Yeah.
We stayed on to watch your set as well.
There had been a lady earlier who played.
Order.
Was it 14th century?
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you picked up on that, and I think you played some
You
of
played
that.
a tune that she recognised.
Yeah, well, that was slightly embarrassing, really. I attempted to play a medieval French folk song, but of course, you know, I tend to, you know, change things a little bit and mess things up a little bit. And I think she was a properly classically trained musician, and so she could probably tell that I wasn't really playing it strictly as it should be. But I suppose that's folk music for you, really, isn't it?
No, I think
you change things up a bit.
you enjoyed the performance as well. So. Onto the your next third.
Have you got a third
penultimate
piece
song
for us?
I have, yeah. Let me just retune slightly. Normally with the dulcimer, it's tuned like this, D, A, D, very often. So it's very simple tuning.
You say that's a 4-string or a 3?
It's 3-string. Often they have 4 strings where you have 2 that are played in unison, like a mandolin. But I've taken off one of those strings because it kind of gets in the way a bit if you're playing fingerstyle, you know. So I'll just retune this slightly. And this is a dulcimer capo, which is a bit different to a guitar capo.
Let's get ready to mute ourselves now.
Yeah, so we'll mute ourselves now. Over to you.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a tune. That's an instrumental called Trouble Code. And I'm going to have a little bit of effect on this, a bit of echo, okay? Why not? Right.
And that was called Trouble Code.
Trouble Code, yeah. Do you want the story behind that? Yeah, I had a car that kept breaking down. The power steering kept going on it.
Oh,
And I kept taking it to the garage. And in the end, they hooked it up to this fancy computer.
yeah.
And the computer can tell you, it gives you a code for whatever the problem is. And those codes are called trouble codes.
Right.
And they found the code, but it was one that didn't exist. So they couldn't actually diagnose the problem. They couldn't fix the car. So in the end, I got rid of it. But I just thought this phrase, trouble codes, is so good. I'm going to use that as a title. So there you go.
Yeah. 404 is website not found. Isn't
Yeah,
it? So
yeah.
wouldn't have
I'm
been that
familiar with
one.
Eric.
Absolutely. Okay.
One question before you play us out. So what's your current project? What are you working on at the moment? You've got coming up.
What? My project at the moment?
Yeah, what have you got coming up at the moment?
Well, I'm off to a few folk festivals, but unfortunately, I'm not actually playing at them. I'm just going along to watch, which should be great fun. And then I've got, I'm appearing again at the Swan Theatre in Worcester in October, and I believe Second Chance are appearing there as well, aren't they?
November, yeah.
What date are you on, Tony?
Good question. Good question. I'd say this is where you need to be prepared, don't you, for every interviewer's question.
November, something like the 6th.
It's the first Thursday in the month, isn't it, normally? So it'll be the 6th, the 6th of October.
What time is that? Is that a 2 o'clock start?
It's 1 till 3.
It's a 1 o'clock start. So it's a lunchtime gig at the Swan Theatre in Worcester in their cafe area.
A break in the middle of that?
Have a little break in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's a 2-hour gig, so it's quite a long slot really. But
We'll have to go into training, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, we're not used to doing that long.
Because we're on 3rd of November. Is it
Yeah,
3rd?
we're on the month after you.
So can you warm up the audience for us?
I will. Yeah. So so that's the thing. I'm still working on a new album. I haven't been as efficient as Second Chance, so I'm still in the studio, as they say. Whereas Second Chance have already got their album out there.
Well,
but I'm working on that. So hopefully,
nothing better to do.
hopefully before the end of the year, I'll have a new album out.
So if you're not playing at the festivals, are you going to be doing reviews?
Oh yeah, one of the things I do, because I do some music journalism as well. So I'll probably be doing some reviews of some of the festivals that I go to. That keeps me busy.
Are you able to name the magazines? Can you give?
I do quite a lot for a magazine called Songlines. I can normally say that when the teeth aren't hurting, but Songlines magazine, which I think is it. Oh, there you go. That's Songlines magazine. Are we allowed to promote them?
Oh, absolutely.
That's Songlines magazine. It's kind of a world music magazine in the UK. It's available internationally, I think. So I write regularly for them, and so it's another dimension really to be able to write about other people's music and hear all that, and obviously absorb it into my own music as well.
Of course, sometime between now and Christmas, we're going to do some collaboration.
Yes,
we're
going
to do a joint gig, aren't we, if we can somewhere?
Yeah.
We'll announce that on
Facebook
and so
get that more information.
Once we got more information, that should be fun, shouldn't
Right.
it?
Yeah.
It's time for us to ask Tony to play us out. So we just need to say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for watching again.
Thank you very much, Tony,
thank you to Tony for coming.
Thank you. Thanks, Leslie, and thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
So time for one last song?
Yes,
Well,
like to
if
play
you can
us
play us
out.
out, and that's.
Just Mute
And it will
ourselves.
be available from about 9:30
Yeah.
for anyone who wants to watch it again.
Yeah. Okay. Over
Good
to
night.
you, so.
Over to you. Good night.
Madame, hallelujah, thank you, oh thank you. For the loan of 500 francs, for the loan of 500 francs. Je te repayerai, je te repayerai. Je te repayerai, je te repayerai. Bombard and beating you hurdy-gurdy woman. Bombard and beating you hurdy-gurdy woman. Je te repayerai, je te repayerai. Je te repayerai, je te repayerai. I paid you back in time for you to play it Father Christmas. I paid you back in time for you to play it Father Christmas. Je te repayerai, je te repayerai. Je te repayerai, je te repayerai.
Can you just give us the title of that one, please, Tony? For the...
Yeah, sorry, that's called Madame Orelou. That's spelled Horelou.
H-O-R...
E-L.
Oh, God.
Horelou. Madame Orelou. You can imagine there's a story behind that as well, but we don't have time for that, do we?
So it's thank you very much,
Thank
Tony.
you, Tony.
So we're just to say good night to the viewers and
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.
Good night. Thank
Nice.
you.
See you.
Good night.
Still